Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Fox Ridge Philately. It's been a little while for me to post an episode. It is Tuesday, August 5th, and it's a beautiful sunny day here in Annapolis Valley, Nova Scotia. This is the view from my front door, the front deck, and it's sunny and 26 degrees. And the provincial government has just put a ban on, starting 4 o'clock this afternoon, of being in the woods at all. We have not had any rain in I don't know how long. It is extremely dry here, and there's no rain in the foreseeable future either. And living in farm country, agricultural region, Annapolis Valley, I know that farmers are deeply concerned about that. And natural resources would be also, or is also, concerned about the potential wildfire risk. So that's why people are not allowed to be in the woods starting later on this afternoon until that ban is eventually lifted, presumably after we get enough rain. I was hiking yesterday. Oh, there's Lucy. Want to say hi, Lucy? Yeah, Lucy wants to go outside. And hiking yesterday, and one of the spots I was at with Lucy, the river was non-existent. It was just a dry rock bed. There's Lucy. We walked, right up the middle of the rock bed because there's no water there, quite literally, and it's pretty sad to see. So it's, as I said, it's been a while since I posted anything. I don't work a whole lot on my stamps in the summertime because there's other things I like to do. I'm at the cottage a lot. I'm out walking and hiking and exploring a lot. And I also like to read and have social things and family and so on as well. But I do pick away at it some in the summer, and I posted occasionally on Instagram and Facebook. So you may have seen those. And this is that project I had been talking about where I've been working away at British Commonwealth and putting them in Vario sheets. And here they are up here in the binders all the way through. Been transferring mostly from unused mint and unused stamps here, as well as some down here that were used from glassines over to the Vario sheet. So I'm up to Sri Lanka, so I am getting there. So starting to see light at the end of the tunnel for that. I've got some Denmark poking in over there that I was working on that I'd purchased. So you can see it's a bit of a mess here right now, here and there. But I did want to show you this package that came today, which was a really pleasant surprise from a philatelic friend of mine. Thank you, Art. I've sent him some things in the past, and I can tell he's a great guy, and I'd really enjoy his company if we lived closer. And he was super kind to send me this box here, and it's got quite a bit of weight to it. So I know the postal cost was not cheap, so it's very thoughtful of him, and I'm just very grateful. So thank you again, Art, for that. I've already sent him a private message. Because he knows some of my collecting interests, and he must have known that I was short or getting low on some Vario sheets as well, so I go through a lot of those. I just like the looks of Vario sheets, as well as, of course, albums. Get albums over there and over there. So I opened this up. I'm not sure what to expect, and this is what was inside for me. So some really nice material for me in here that I always have fun going through. It's like Christmas, right? When you get something like this. So this is the 1973 souvenir mint set from the United States. So I do have some US albums, so I will at some point tackle those. I do like American stamps, and I really like this here. It's recognizing the Boston Tea Party bicentennial out of course, Boston, which my partner and I visited about a year and a half ago or so. And just a sampling here of some of the things he'd sent. Jersey and Guernsey, the Channel Islands, really do intrigue me. And I find they make a lot of nice stamps and issue some nice material. So I would love to put a collection together of Jersey and Guernsey sometime. Gibraltar, so I will certainly check those. Gibraltar's got some gorgeous stuff, and I'll check if I need those for my Commonwealth set. And Captain Cook, I have a number of Captain Cook pieces set aside, and the history and story around Captain Cook really intrigues me. Equatorial France, Equatorial Africa, sorry. Aeropost stamps, really attractive set there. Tanzania, and ships and stamps are gorgeous. Thank you for those. I'll just do a quick flip through. And there's some Machins here, because I do have a Machin collection on the go. And little booklets here with Machins in them. So again, it'll be fun to add those and poke through some of those. Excuse me for a second. I'm just doing this all clearly completely off the cuff. And maps on stamps. There are thousands of maps on stamps. I love the idea of maps on stamps. I belong to the Cardo Philatelic Society. You might want to check that out. You can access that through the American Topical Association. And they put together a wonderful journal with excellent articles, historical information, philatelic information. I highly recommend that if that's something that's interest to you. This booklet's really cool, Maps and Navigation from the Marshall Islands. See the stamps here. Faroe Islands, and I have a cousin and his son who are, I think, in the Faroe Islands right now in a scout jamboree, which I think is incredible. Love to get the Faroe Islands someday. And just some fantastic looking maps on stamps here. A couple of them I know I do have, but several of these I do not. I always have difficulty saying this one, so I will not say it, but I do love that particular stamp. This is one I'm pretty sure I don't have, Sao Tome and Principe. Really cool. Just turn the side here. South Africa, like the looks of that one too. And another South African stamp here, which is pretty sharp. Cooperation in Southern Africa, and it shows Lesotho, Macau, Angola, and more American stamps in the flag series. The Roosevelt. Colors are nice on those. Pan American inverts. Never seen this before. American Expo, Buffalo, 1980. Oops, I missed one there. Oh, yeah, some Cinderella stuff here. That's really cool. I did purchase an Antarctic topical collection, which I have in a binder sometime. I'll have to go through that a little more. Really cool looking stuff. And of course, Fox on stamps too. And he always sets aside any foxes on stamps and sends them to me. A few of these I do have, but a couple of them I know I do not. And I don't think I've got that booklet. I've got the Dutch stamp, but I'm pretty sure I don't have the booklet of the whole thing. Botswana and some Cinderellas here. I like Cinderellas. I know some people kind of poo-poo them. Collect what you like, right? And these are two sheets that I know I don't have. 50th anniversary of the World Wildlife Fund, 1961 to 2011. Kyrgyzstan. Of course, the light here and the foil makes it tricky to see, but there's a fox right there. And these fox ones, I'm not even sure. World Wildlife Fund, yes. Excuse my fingers. I know it's can be frowned upon. Just give me a second. Yeah, it looks like they are Cinderellas, which again, I like Cinderellas, so I think that's great. I can't quite make out, I have to do a little more research on those. And he sent me this from the American Topical Association, the list of foxes on stamps, updated as of March 2025. So I do have an old list, but it's great to have an updated list. And then a whole box full of Vario sheets, which is wonderful. Variety of sleeves in them, from 2 right up to 8, I think. And the 8 ones are good for, I find, for definitives. Machins work really well with that, or any other definitives of that nature and that size. Oh, there's even a random stamp in there. But I know I was getting low on some of those sleeve numbers, so that's greatly appreciated. So I'll have some fun with that maybe over the next few days to sift and sort a little bit and find homes for some of those. And then get back to finishing up the Sri Lanka. I'm not sure what's next alphabetically on that list that I have. Excuse me for a second. Sri Lanka, what is next here? Looks like Tanganyika and Tanzania. I'm into the T's, Tonga, Tokelau, Tristan da Cunha, Trinidad Tobago, Tuvalu, Turks and Caicos, and so on. Then into the Virgin Islands. Yeah, so getting there. And what's left in here, because you can see there are, it's a little hard to see in there, but there are stamps in there as well. Those are duplicates, so I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with those at some point. There's quite a bit of value with some of those as well. Lots of things to do, lots of projects on the go, but I'm okay with that. Piles of stuff everywhere. I'm hoping you're enjoying your stamps too. And as things turn from summer into fall, perhaps I'll find myself back at the stamps a little bit more. I suspect that I will. And you folks have a great day. Stay cool.